Yeah, buddy. Just gonna wait and see who says what. I know it's coming. What's going on, Jax? How you doing? UFOs, what's going on, buddy? Hello, Melissa. Good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon. Yeah, Trucker Al's doing all right. Not too shabby. Yeah, buddy. So, Melissa, I watched that video probably 20 times already. Probably about 6 of those were today. That video is just, it touches my heart. It really does. Yeah. I actually had one of my viewers, a YouTube subscriber, touched my heart. Yeah, that is definitely something I will remember and have forever. You know what? I just thought of something. I never even hooked my microphone up. So hopefully the audio's okay. I just realized it. Normally I have a microphone that comes out and I usually place it somewhere off camera, but enough where you guys can hear me. And I just realized that I didn't do that. I knew I was forgetting something. Yeah. But the truck's not running, the reefer's not running. Got the windows up. It is getting a little warm in here though. All right, Jack says he can hear me, so we're good. Aw, she's taking a nap. Oh, little Zoe. Oh my God, she is just so adorable. Yeah, but yeah, pick up my load tomorrow. Um, Sitting here at a Love's right now in Binghamton, New York. Came down here. I had to get the trailer washed out, but the trailer's got to be clean, odor free, and bone dry before I go to the shipper. So I figured, all right, I'll shoot down here this morning, get the trailer washed out, and get parked here at the Love's. And now I'm only like 45 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes away from the shipper. And so now the way that they have this load scheduled, there's a reason why I did this a day ahead of time. Because the way that they got this load scheduled, it picks up tomorrow afternoon, but I got to be down in Georgia by Wednesday morning. And it's like the southern part of Georgia. So tomorrow when I pick it up, I have to start with a full clock. And so I could do at least half, if not more than half of the driving tomorrow. Then the rest of it on Tuesday. And then Wednesday morning, go to do the delivery. So, but typically, I mean, I've done this run multiple times, so I know how these people are. And it's kind of a pain in the rear end for the shipper because you got to go in, check in, drive around to the back of the building where the scale is. You got to scale empty, come back, get loaded, then go back, scale again, come back, get your paperwork, then you can go. So it's kind of a cluster over there. But it's a run and it's miles. You can share the videos and pictures if you'd like. You know, I was going to ask you, because I do want to put that in, I want to implement that into a video. Thank you for the permission for that. I wasn't obviously going to do it without your permission. And, you know, I know some people, you know, they kind of feel a little weird about having their kids on social media and stuff like that. In fact, when I was at home, there was something that was planned out. I'm not going to get into the details because it's kind of embarrassing on my part, but there was something that was going to happen and I was going to put it on YouTube. And there was going to be a couple of little girls that were in the videos. They were going to, I'll tell you anyways, they were going to play dress up with Trucker Al. And one of the parents of the girls, she didn't want her kid on anywhere on YouTube or anything like that. So, but eventually that's all going to take place. That's going to be an interesting video. Supposedly they got a wig, nice blonde haired wig, makeup. Yeah, it's going to be fun. But I promised April's daughter that I would allow her to do this. And unfortunately, stuff went on at home where we didn't get a chance to do it when I was at home. But I'm sure in time, possibly the next time I go home, that's probably something that's going to happen. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I know some people are weird about having their kids, you know, on other channels and stuff like that. But I appreciate it. And if you do change your mind, let me know. But I'm definitely going to implement that into a video. That, yeah, buddy. Yeah. That was definitely a heart thumper. Yep. John Garcia, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, out here living the dream. But yeah, that's our next load. You know, typical coming out of New York. Pick up down here in Waverly, New York, going down to Georgia. Checking in from Meyer, Louisiana. All right. Down in the southern tier. Yeah. So yesterday in New York, um, driving to the truck, I was bringing some stuff out, you know, to the rig and whatnot. It was a complete whiteout. Early to mid-May, and it was a whiteout in New York. Absolutely ridiculous. And now I'll be going down to Georgia where it's hotter than hell. You are more than welcome to share them. Her dad and I don't mind it. Perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Kendall, good afternoon, sir. Yeah, buddy. So did some rearranging here in the truck. I ended up moving my TV and a couple of other things. I just got to wipe some stuff down and we're good to go. Oh, I got to hook my CB radio back up too. I bought the butt connectors for the wiring. Stick the wire in, squeeze it. I had to buy a new set of these. You know, what I don't understand is when you buy something like this, now, we all know there's only 2 wires to a CB radio. Why do they put an odd number of butt connectors in these? There's 5. So if you have to hook up one radio, maybe later on, like me, you change your mind, go home, you disconnect your radio, screw it, I'm going back out on the road. You get back in the truck, hook it back up. Now you're down to 1. Sometimes I think people do shit just to mess with you. Yes, the weather has been strange. Yeah. Well, it's that time of the year. I mean, New York, you know, it's May. You may get rain, you may get sun, you may get snow, you may get anything. That's how we do it up there in New York. May is you may get whatever. She said, yeah, buddy. She awake now? Hopefully I didn't wake her. John says he's got a load from Laredo, Texas, going to West Palm Beach, Florida. There's a nice little run. Take the I-10 over. That's a nice little run. West Palm Beach. Do you see, the only bad thing with going to Florida, though, is trying to get a load out of there. Now, luckily enough, anytime that I've been down in Florida, I've gotten really lucky and had another load out before I had even dropped the previous load. But I know a lot of people struggle getting loads out of there. 1,423 miles. Yeah, buddy. Nowadays, that's a damn good load. Hell, I was happy with mine. Mine's only, I don't know, 1,200, I think, total. Oh, let's see. 139 deadhead and 1,030. So what's that? 1,170. I'll take it. Especially nowadays. Oh, some of the loads that, like I was talking to my buddy Jeremy. His company that he works for, Midwest, they put him on a dedicated run from somewhere in Minnesota going to Buffalo, New York. But there's like 20 stops in between on the same load. So he picks up in Minnesota, goes to Buffalo, New York, but he's got 20 different stops in between. And then Trucker Will, he picked up a load down in Georgia going up to Kent, Washington, and he's got 11 stops in between on the same load. And the thing is, like Trucker Will, he actually has to unload his own trailer. Not me. But I don't know where these types of loads are coming from where, you're picking up a full loaded trailer and you got 10, 11 stops in between. That does not make sense to me. I mean, if you got 10, 11 stops, I mean, say you got 20 pallets, each stop has 2 pallets? Why bother? You load that up on a pickup truck. Kendall says, I knew somebody was going to say it. Let it be Kendall. I knew it. Let's see. Hold on, Kendall. I'll get to yours in a minute. She heard you and came running in the living room. It's about time for her to wake up. Aw. Hi, Zoe. Yeah, buddy. I love it. How is it paying out? Douglas says. To me, I don't know. Jeremy gets paid by the mile, so I'm sure he's getting extra stop pay. But Trucker Will, I mean, he's a lease over there with Prime, so he's got a set dollar amount for that particular load. I don't know if it would be worth it. I mean, don't quote me. I mean, I think Will said something like $3,600 or $3,800 or something like that. But he went from down in Georgia up to Kent, Washington, the other side of the country. So, I mean, and then with all of these stops in between, he had like 3 stops in Denver, one in Missouri, I think, Kansas City, another one in Boise, Idaho, and stuff like that. But I don't know. To me, I mean, first of all, having to unload the trailer, that's a full glass of hell, no. And, but to me, that just seems like an awful lot of stops, in between. And it's just, you're only doing so many miles during the day, then you got to stop, unload it, start back up again, stop, unload it, start back up again. To me, I mean, if I wanted something like that, I'll jump on the Dollar General run or something like that. I'm not a fan of those loads. Give me something like what I've got now, and I mean, I know to each their own. Will was okay doing it, and my buddy Jeremy, he's going to be doing it for a couple of weeks. This whole Minnesota to New York run, and he's kind of excited about it, but to each their own. He gets excited about something like that, and not me. That's not for me. So, Kendall. Yeah, buddy. Yep, Kendall, Steven. I knew somebody was going to say something. What are you doing? Um, yeah, things freaking change, man. I mean, it's been hell for me lately. It's just crazy. The things that are going on, not only in my personal life, but just everything in general, um, it's been nuts, crazy. And, talking to different people, including a professional, because I do have one of them as well. But, I'm just trying to eliminate the crap. I mean, like I said to April, I want to get back to where I enjoyed this. And I think I'm there. My counselor, he said something to me and it kind of flipped a switch and it kind of triggered something inside of me. And in a nutshell, I need to try to stop fixing everybody else's problems. And without getting into great details, because I know I haven't done that and I really don't want to, but, something was going on where it was either home life or the career. And when I originally came out here, I had no intentions on staying out here more than a couple of years. But, I had found a new home, especially here at Crete. I mean, Crete is my home. I love it here. I've had other companies offer me more money. I had, Trucker Will was trying to get me to go over to Prime to do the lease over there again. And, I could probably make a little bit more money over there, doing the lease and stuff like that. But I am extremely happy here, at Crete Shaffer. So, um, but like I said, things happen to change, and I don't know why they change so often for me. It's crazy. But I'm trying to fix it. So, Corona. Um, and I think I'm there. I think I finally can put myself in a position where, I mean, I've told certain people that your problems with me being out on the road are your problems, not mine. So, with that being said, I feel that I could put myself in a position where we can get back to YouTube and doing YouTube, on the regular and enjoying the job and enjoying the road life and stuff like that. So, but like I said, when I originally came out here, I expected maybe 2, 3 years at the most. I have a feeling I'm stuck out here, man. I bleed blacktop. I mean, this is my life now. I mean, and I enjoy it. I really do. And like, Melissa and I were just talking. Um, you know, she sent me a video. I'll tell you guys, but I'm going to implement this into a video in the very near future. But um, it started out. She had sent me a message talking about how her little daughter, runs around the house saying, "Yeah, buddy." So I thought that was the most adorable thing in the world. And April decided to crochet a real nice teddy bear, and it says "Yeah, buddy" on its chest. So we shipped that out to her a couple days ago, and she got it yesterday. And Melissa had sent me a video of her daughter holding onto the teddy bear. She had a kung fu grip on that thing too. And in the video, her little girls were, "Yeah, buddy." So when I first saw this video yesterday, I almost shed a tear. I really did. That to know that that I'm reaching people like that, and this is something else I was thinking about. I know I'm very free with my vocabulary and stuff like that, and I got to thinking, dude, you are not gonna run that over. It got me thinking that I got to try and clean things up a little bit. I have little ears that I need to, pay attention to. So that's something else that, yes, Billy Rains, I'm in the truck again. Don't worry about that. You and I'll chat later. Um, but yeah, it's, that really opened my eyes to a lot of different things. Let's see. Who are you driving for? Same people I've been driving for, brother. That's a nice light load. I was going to say something, but let's. Yeah, it's all good, Jax. We got it. Steve says you have it in your blood. I really do. I mean, I can't get enough of this. I mean, it. When I left this morning, and I got out on the interstate, and it was like I was talking to Trucker Will, and I'm like, this is it's where I need to be. It is what it is. Yeah, still with Crete. She's ready to go outside and play. Talk to you later. All right, Melissa. Thank you for the permission. And yeah, that'll be going in a video very soon. How many times are they going to let you quit and come back? I originally did. It wasn't officially quit. They never even came and got the truck. I never officially quit. Um, talking to Crete and stuff like that. I mean, I did discuss it with them. Told them that I was planning on hanging up the keys for good and this and the other. But even Crete was like, they're not having it. I got too many miles every single month, and my on time rate is 100%. My fuel optimizer is 100%. They said your statistics are through the roof, so there was no way that they were going to let me go, not easily anyway. So technically, I never left Crete. Can't see myself doing anything else. Just wish I started a lot sooner. Yeah, I thought the same thing, John. I mean, if I would have started this when, I was 21, which I attempted to, um, but at the time I just had my first daughter, and I was young, still partying and having fun and stuff like that. The thought of being gone for 3 weeks to a month at a time just wasn't going to happen, especially with a brand new kid, my first. So yeah, I wish I started sooner as well. Is there any money over there? And how is your home time like? Duke, yeah, there's serious money here. Um, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't making money. I mean, Duke, I don't know how long you've been, with the Trucker Al family, but um, I don't play games when it comes to money. Anybody on here, Billy Rains, I mean, he knows quite a bit. Billy Rains and I talk, well, we used to talk quite often on the phone. I haven't heard from the bastard in quite a while, but um, you know, we have a group of people. We discuss details with one another. And over here at Crete and Shaffer, yeah, there's damn good money over here. I wouldn't leave here. I'll put it to you that way. And then, like I said, I've had better offers, but that's all they are to me. That somebody says, hey, you can come over here and make X amount of dollars or make X amount of cents per mile. That's all fine and dandy, but um, I know what I'm making here, and I'm not leaving it. There's no way. Not to go chance it with somewhere else. I mean, yeah, Crete's a damn good place to work. The company and everybody you talk to on the phone, the weekend dispatchers, the nighttime dispatchers, they all treat you with respect. Um, they're you're not on the phone for 3.5 hours waiting for somebody to answer the phone. You know, they treat you as a person over here. As far as home time goes, um, Crete's rule of thumb is out 21, home 3. So if you're out for 3 weeks, you go home for 3 days. If you're out for 4 weeks, you can go home for 4 days. But they're a little lenient with all that. So if you go home or if you stay out for 3 weeks and you want to go home and say you want to stay home an extra day or an extra 2 days or whatever, just call them up and give them a heads up and say, you know what, I need an extra day or two for whatever reason. And okay, no problem, we'll change your PTA till Tuesday or whatever. So they're pretty good with that. But they usually get you home every 3 weeks if you're running OTR. If I make over 2 to 3,000 miles this week, my next check should be over 1,100. Um, John, what are you making cents per mile? That's an awfully big gap. You know, when you say 2,000 to 3,000 miles, that's see, John's making 40 cents a mile. Now, if John, let's take the high number. So John's making 40 cents a mile where he's at. If he did 3,000 miles, that's $1,200 before taxes and health insurance and all that crap. So if John grosses $1,200, by the time they take out his taxes, now you're talking about $1,000. Then you take out your health insurance. Now you're talking, let's say, $50 for health insurance. So now you're down to $1,150. Now over here at Crete, if you run Shaffer, now you got to understand the way that Crete runs. This took me a little bit to understand it as well. Crete is broken up into 3 different departments. So the Crete side of it runs dry van. Shaffer runs reefer. Hunt runs flatbeds. But it's all one company. Now me, I'm on the Shaffer side, so I run reefer. On the reefer side, when I first started, they start you out at 56 cents a mile. So now 56 cents a mile times, if I do like John, say I did 3,000 miles at 56 cents a mile, do the math. I'm going to make a considerably larger amount than what John is. So what happens now? With what? So, you know, when I tell people to do their homework about different companies and stuff like that, one of the questions you need to ask is how many miles per week are your drivers averaging? Now, I'm not saying go talk to a recruiter because I just went through this the other day. Somebody was talking to a Crete recruiter, and Crete told them that their drivers are average right now because of the pandemic and all this other crap, that Crete drivers are only averaging 1,400 miles, 1,450 miles a week, which is horseshit. Uh, the last 3 weeks in a row that I ran, I've gotten over 3,000 miles each week. Over 3,000. In fact, one of them was like 3,800 miles for the week. So, talk to the drivers. Don't talk to recruiters. The only time you want to talk to a recruiter is if you need help filling out the application or something like that. But yeah, there's some serious money over here at Crete Shaffer. It's very rare that I get less than 2,000 miles a week. Yeah, same here. Same here. It's been a while since I've had under 2,000. Shit, it's been a long time. Like I said, even with this pandemic, I mean, and you know, Crete puts out a video every single week, you know, on YouTube and on Facebook. And I don't know the truth behind it, but the CEO that does the videos every single week he comes on and says our freight's increased by this much. And every single week it's going up and up and up. It's getting a lot better. Oh, we're 300 loads higher than we were last week. And then, the following week, we're 300 loads higher than we were last week. So, I mean, every week it's going back up. Um, but I mean, luckily enough, in my situation, I already have my next load assignment before I finish the load that I'm on. And it's usually back to back. I mean, I'll be dropping off or getting unloaded at a receiver, and I'll have to leave the receiver, fly over to the shipper, get reloaded, or pick up a loaded trailer. So I'm nonstop moving, which is good. That's why every now and then, when I do have to sit, because don't get me wrong, we all have that, time where, I may drop off a load and I'm not picking my next one up till tomorrow. So that time that I do sit, I tend to appreciate that a little bit because it gives me a little bit of a break. Take a shower, do your laundry, clean out the truck, stuff like that. So, yeah, over here at Crete Shaffer, definitely something to look into. Let's see. Zoltan, I need to watch this video from the beginning. American Truck Simulator must have done an amazing update. Is this like a real truck? Yeah, this is the green screen effect. Zoltan. What's your cents per mile? I'm just joining in. If you come over to Shaffer, like I just said, doing the reefer side, they will start you out at 56 cents a mile. I have since gotten raised and stuff like that, but Shaffer running reefer, they start you out at 56. I believe drive-in, they start you out at 54. And that's for OTR. Now, if you do Northeast Regional, I don't know whereabouts in the country you live, but I just found this out last week. If you do Northeast Regional, they pay anywhere from 62 to 65 cents a mile. To me, I still ain't doing Northeast Regional. I hate the Northeast. Let's see. I have watched those videos from Crete. Yeah. He puts them out every single week. John just finished 548.6 miles for the day. There you go. Decent day. What's up, Trucker Al? What's up with Crete? Saying they need a year experience now. Or shit. Four months. Unless they changed it, which I'll have to call Crete. Today's Sunday. I ain't calling today. I'll call them tomorrow. And I'll get updated information. They may have changed it due to the freaking coronavirus crap. I don't know if they stopped training because of that. I mean, who the hell knows? But no, that whole year experience is the first time I've ever heard that coming out of Crete. But I will double check for you tomorrow. In fact, let me jot this down so I don't forget. Ask Crete if they changed experience level. Who asked me that? Hatch Trucking. All right, Hatch. I will find that out for you tomorrow, and I will let you know in my next video. Yeah, it's the first I heard of that one. But that's not the bonuses. Wait a minute. I'll be getting 43 cents a mile with Schneider doing regional, but that's not the bonuses. Oh, I got you. Yeah, a lot of the companies out there, that's pretty much what they're starting drivers out at, which, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't understand how, and by all means, no offense to John or no offense to Jax or anybody like that, but if you've got a company, say for example Snyder, who offers you 43 cents a mile running reefer, we'll say, why would you go to Snyder for 43 cents a mile when you can go to Shaffer and run it for 56 cents a mile, make much more money doing the same exact thing? You're driving a truck for Snyder, driving a truck for Shaffer. The only difference is the name on the truck. To each their own. Let's see. What are your trucks governed at? Trucks are governed at 65. 62 on the pedal, 65 on the cruise. I just got hit my 4 months with Trans Am. They said they need a year now because they're short on mentors. Yeah, I'll bet you a lot of the trainers said no, not with this COVID-19 crap. I bet you a lot of the trainers bailed out of it, which is understandable. But even requiring 1 year experience, that's an awful lot. Because I think it was 6 months. If you had at least 6 months OTR experience, that you wouldn't require any training. If you had 6 months or less, then you may have to do a week or two of training. And I think 4 months or less, you did 6 weeks of training. But even if you had to go through training over here at Crete, Crete's one of the highest paid companies to do training for. I mean, Crete pays you $800 a week while you're in training. They don't go by your miles, they don't go by your hours. So you work and you get paid $800 a week the entire time you're in training. Talk to them on Friday. All right. Yeah, like I said, I'll double check that for you definitely tomorrow. I like that Crete isn't depth with their equipment. Oh, that they're not in debt with their equipment? No. Crete owns everything except for one building. Um, one of the buildings that they have, I couldn't even tell you which one it was. That's a lease. But that's the other thing about Crete and Shaffer and Hunt is that all of our stuff is bought and paid for. All the trucks are paid for. All the trailers are paid for. All the buildings are bought and paid for. Crete owns everything. There is no lease payments on the trucks, like England and all these other companies. They go out and they'll buy 100 trucks, but they lease them. Not us. We buy our shit. So during a pandemic like this, the overhead is much less for the company, which means that, they can continue with our pay. And that's another thing that I've heard that, some of these companies out there, they have dropped their pay considerably because the freight has dropped down so low and they're getting less and less work. So the company's not making as much money. So what they're doing is they're taking it from the drivers. Not here. I tried to get on with Crete back in February. No one called me back or returned my emails. That's why I'm with USA Truck. John, you should have reached out to me, buddy. I mean, you've been with me a long time. You should have reached out to me. I could have got that taken care of. You know that. I make one phone call. If you guys use my recruiter, which I'm actually changing anyways because I found somebody else I like better. But I mean, I could set you up with somebody that they'll call you more than you'll call them. But yeah, you should have reached out to me, man. I could have got you in here. Jack says I'll be hauling dry van and being close to home since Schneider is here in Green Bay. Yeah. Yeah. Now you doing regional, you're going to be home every weekend, I believe, right? Let's see. Pat says, yeah, they pay 800. Yep. And that's a lot for training. You ask any of these other companies what they pay for training. I mean, hell, even when CR England, now this is going back a little ways, but even when CR England had their guaranteed pay, it was $400 for the first couple of weeks, and then it was $500 after that. Ain't nothing. Then you got taxes, so you make $250. Ain't worth me getting out of bed. Craig says, "Have you ever thought about doing something other than van?" Um, I thought about it. I mean, I have my tankers endorsement, so I can haul tankers. But you know, I'm so happy doing with what I'm doing. I mean, I'm comfortable with it. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm making sick money. You know, don't fix what ain't broke. Um, I mean, I did think about doing flatbed, but there's been a couple of times where I'll be sitting at a shipper or something like that, and as I'm getting loaded, it's torrential downpour out here. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, these flatbedders, I watched a flatbed driver. He pulled his truck up and he had to tarp it, and it was downpouring. And here he is all suited up, and now he's got to get out and throw tarps around and this, and I'm like, there's no. All I got to do is drive. That's it. Um, so the whole idea of the whole flatbed part of it was no. I'm all set. I don't want to be out in the wind and the snow and the rain and all that stuff trying to tarp a load. I'm all set. As far as tankers go, I don't have anything bad to say about being a tanker driver, but like I said, I'm happy right where I'm at. Let's see. No, every other, but get back through once in a while. Oh, you're gonna be home every other weekend. I got you. Okay, yeah, that's still not bad. I'm trying to get over there with you. I done put up with Trans Am's piece operator bullshit for 4 months. Hatch, you made it longer than me, man. I was at Trans Am for a month, and they had me deadheading home from Grand Rapids, Michigan to New York, and I was leasing a truck through them, and it was on a Friday, and I got my paycheck. It was $66. By the time they took out the truck payment and all the insurance and all the taxes and the road tax and this tax and that tax, and then by the time all the fixed costs were set, I ended up with a $66 paycheck. Yeah, no. So I called up Trans Am when I got home and said, truck's cleaned out, you can come and get it. And originally, actually at that time, I said, I'm done with truck driving. I was making decent money at England, but not enough to where it was worth me staying out on the road longer than what I already was. And then, a trucker he had done some research and he calls me up. He goes, dude, you got to check out Crete. He goes, dude, they'd be perfect for you. So I checked out Crete. They offered me 56 cents a mile to start, which was a lot higher than what I was making at England. So I says, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I even said, you guys can go back in my videos and watch it. I even said, I'm going to give it 1 month and we'll see how Crete does. And, after a couple of weeks, I was sitting there scratching my head and I'm like, I'm waiting for something. I'm waiting for something to screw this up because this is just too good to be true. And no, Crete is what it is. I mean, I'm not BSing anybody. But Hatch, if you're trying to get over here, let me know and I'll hook you up with somebody. Flatbed is too much work. The extra pay does not make up for it. Yeah, I agree. Billy Raines, he tried doing the whole flatbed thing. That didn't last too long. Craig says, how much is good money? Um, in my eyes, I mean, I guess it really all depends on the person. Um, to me, I have a set dollar amount in my head that I need to make every single week in order for it to be worth being out here, and sacrificing everything that I am. So, what would I say is good money in the trucking industry? If after all said and done, if you can make over $1,500 a week, and I mean take home, I'm not talking about grossing because I'm in New York State. That's where I'm from. So, New York State, I'm trying to be careful with my words. Um, New York State will take a lot of my money. That's the nicest way I could put it. Um, so, with that being said, if you can bring home $1,500 a week or more, then you're making good money. Shaking my head. I saw that video. Yeah, man, it's bad over here, and company is no better at 31 cents a mile. Yeah, no. And see, that's why I said, that's why everybody says, oh, what company are you with? I'm still with Crete. I'm not leaving Crete. I make too much money over here to worry about these companies that are paying 31 cents or 43 cents or 40 cents a mile. To me, that's not me. That's not worth me getting out of bed for. I don't care how many miles a week you're running. 40 cents a mile, 31 cents a mile. Uh-uh. I'm all set. Yes, sir. I got your email. I'll hit you when I'm done running for the day. Yeah. Um, like I said, I'll call them first thing tomorrow morning because I'm going to have time. And I'm going to be changing my recruiter tomorrow. So I'll get all of their information and I've got a meeting with them tomorrow morning. So because I've got a lot of people that are emailing me left and right, asking for my driver code and stuff like that and what recruiter I'm using. Um, because I'm not, I get to pick my own recruiter. So if I find out that my recruiter isn't doing their job, then I'm not using them anymore. And that was kind of the problem that I had with the last one. I had, and she didn't. I didn't have any problems with her contacting the new driver. I had a problem with her contacting me. And I've got a driver that's here now. He's been here for 4 weeks, and I'm the one that had to call in to check the status of them. Did they make it to orientation? Did they make it through orientation? Did they get hired on? Are they in a trainer's truck yet? This is all stuff that I stay on top of to make sure that Crete's doing their job. And luckily enough, I've never had an issue with that. But the problem is that I have to call her. She should be calling me. When that driver made it to orientation, she should have called and said, "Hey, just so you know, his application went through. He starts orientation next Wednesday." She should have called me up Wednesday and said, "Hey, he made it to orientation." Friday, "Hey, we just hired him on. You're going to get your bonus. He's going to get his, whatever." Um, and that's the way that it should be. And that's the way that I was told it was going to be. And it turns out that I have to call her every single time. So I've got to jot all this stuff down and remember who's who and when they're coming. And so I'm going to be changing recruiters tomorrow. I've got a decent one now. Let's see. Steve Welch says, "Yeah, buddy. John, I average between 726 and 900, all depending on the miles for that week. 726 to 900 what? Dollars or miles? I guess that wouldn't matter because either way, those numbers are shit." Brian says, "Yeah, buddy, Al. What's going on, Brian? Is that Humpty? It's got to be Humpty." Let's see. You think about going Transcope? No. You pick your nose too? Yeah, sometimes. You know. Pick your nose, pick your ass, whatever. Got to pick something. Uh, Yeah. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? All right, April says better. Good deal. All right, so now I got the micro. I don't know why that lost it. I didn't even have her microphone on, so that was the phone that went to shit. All right, guys, don't forget to hit the like button and the share button. That would have been your perfect opportunity. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, April's got all the kids over at the house for Mother's Day. Perfect time for me to get the hell out. Too many people. So, the other thing, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be working on setting up like a clothing line. Okay, I know I've mentioned this a couple of times in the past, and I'm trying to find the right company to go with. So I'm trying to get it set up where I can design hoodies, hats, shirts, coffee mugs, stuff like that, design them the way that I want, create a website where you can go on, order whatever you want, what size you want, and then put in your billing information or whatever. The company sends it out to you, and then the company pays me whatever. So trying to do it that way versus me having to order it, have it shipped home, and then me having to ship it out to the customers or to you guys or whatever. It'd make my life a whole lot easier because I'm only home once a month, if that. So, yeah, I'm just trying to find the right company to go with and the right prices as well. Some of these people, what they want for hoodies, because I know hoodies is going to be a big thing. But I mean, they're asking, $35 to $38 for a hoodie from me. I wasn't even going to charge you guys that. I mean, to me, that's just, you're out of your damn tree. But I'm working on that. That's going to be coming up soon. Time to go and eat and shower. All right, John, watch your ass. Appreciate you stopping in. And if you want to make that switch over here to Shaffer, reach out to me. I'll get it taken care of. Hey, Melissa's back. Hang on, John. I got to make sure I write that number down. Hold on, guys. All right there, John. I'll give you a buzz later. Jack says, hey, April, you should come with me in my truck since my husband won't go because of his back. But I told him he could sleep in the bunk. Oh, lady truckers. Oh, boy. Just came on, you're back on the road. Alfred! Fucking love that name. Yeah, buddy. Jack's April will go on the road with her. She loves it out here. You don't mind all her crocheting stuff. Oh boy, 2 women in a truck. Can you imagine? Yeah, buddy. That'd be quite the video. Yeah. We would be angels. Stop it. Yep. I'm in Binghamton, New York right now. We pick up a load tomorrow in Waverly and heading down to Georgia. Georgia, the devil goes down to Georgia. Probably gonna get copyright for that one. Yeah, angels. Perfect little angels you'll be, I'm sure. You know, I'll tell you what. I mean, April, you've seen it quite a bit. I mean, the women that make the YouTube videos out here, out on the road, lady truck drivers, lady truckers, and stuff like that. I mean, that one, I mean, I didn't even hear about her until a couple of months ago, the Happiness by the Mile there, and she blew past me like I was standing still. I mean, not everybody wants to look at this face all the time. Let's see. Eric, the most of perfect angels after wanting to stop every 2 hours. Right. Well, see, the thing with women, though, is they tend to sync themselves together. So after a couple of days, if one's got to stop every 2 hours, chances are the other one's going to have to stop every 2 hours anyway. So they'll be okay with it. Although I'll give April a lot of credit. The last time she came out, I think she pushed it 6 hours once. And I think that it was just because she didn't want to say nothing. I mean, I could see her looking at me every now and then, or like I'll have the GPS up on like my iPad. I usually run 2 of them, and she'll look over at the iPad. It's like, yeah, she's got to pee. See how long I can make her wait before she says something. Let's see. Alfred, so where are you working? Crete. I'm still at Crete. Yeah, about 4 is good.
Say a command.
If you don't give April coffee, she's good for about 4. But if you give her coffee, it's about every 20 minutes. Oh, see, Jax is the same way. And we drink lots of coffee, yes. But see, I could drink coffee and still run my 8 hours without stopping. You give April coffee and it's like rest area 20 miles, stop, pull off. Next rest area 43 miles, pull off, stop. I mean, oh wait, there's a Love's. We got to stop there. She needs another cup of coffee. Oops, say a command. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. That's typically what I say. But like I said earlier, I'm trying to clean things up here as far as my vocabulary, because I realized recently I got some very beautiful little ones that watch. So I'm trying to clean things up a little bit. But that's why I didn't say nothing to her when she just went off. Normally, that's exactly what I would have said. No Dr. Pepper. No, there ain't no Dr. Pepper in my truck. This is what you get in my truck. Mountain Dew, water, and coffee. Let's see. They have Garmin's at Crete. No. As far as the computers that are in the truck, we use PeopleNet, which by far blows out the Garmin's, blows out, what's that other one that England used? Give me a minute. Comdata? Nope. What the hell is the name of the computers that they used? Qualcomm. No, the PeopleNet is way better. How's the equipment here? Perfect. I mean, I haven't had any mechanical issues with my truck as far as breakdowns or anything like that. I mean, you may get a blown tire here and there, but that's typical. But I mean, this one here, I'm in a 2020 Freightliner. I freaking love it. But oh shit. No! Let me get the air horn ready. He's actually doing pretty good. I'll give him that. They're not all bad drivers. You just gotta watch them. Because you just never know. Oh. I'll tell you, anybody else, you could park an oversized next to me and I don't even pay attention to them. You get Swift backing in, man, my heart rate goes up. It's like, oh shit. Let's see, smoke. See the smoke coming out of his head. Right. I can notice the struggle of finding decision. Let's see. Qualcomm's, yep, that was it. Swift. I saw a Crete driver pulling in Lowe's and just a driver's side rim. Wow. Sometimes it's easier to destroy the rim and put in, or it's cheaper to destroy the rim, have a new rim and tire put on than it is to call for a tow truck. What's Swift going to fuck up now? I don't know. They were parking next to me, so it would have been me if he didn't. He did all right, though. I'll give him that. He did all right. Skeletor! Hour and a half later. What's going on, buddy? No, he did all right. Kudos to Swift. You did good today. Oh. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Well, I have to get going, says Jax. Take care. In April, I'll be picking you up. I want, never mind. Shut up. Ain't even gonna say it. Ain't even gonna say it. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, I'm gonna kill the video here. April says, "Shut up." Yeah, we're gonna get the truck cleaned out. I gotta rewire the CB radio, and then I don't know. I might jump on the Facebook page and play some Farm Simulator for a little while, cause I got nothing but time. I got till tomorrow afternoon. So that's that, folks. Steve says safe travels. Yeah, buddy. Does Crete hire 21-year-olds? I think you got to be 22. I believe. I think you got to be 22 here. April, don't forget the roadhead. Oops, did that come out? Oh, shit. Kendall says be safe. I'm always safe. I'm one of the safest drivers out here. Oh, yeah. Alright, guys. I'm going to vlog this next run. I know a lot of you guys like the road footage and stuff like that, and the sceneries and stuff, so I'm going to vlog this load here. Going from Waverly to Georgia. And I got some stuff that I'm going to put into that video. So stay tuned for that. When am I going to go live again? I don't know. We'll see. Usually when it comes to my live videos, I try not to schedule it. I pretty much just wing it. There's a lot of times where, like tomorrow, I'm not going to be starting my clock till around 1:30, 2 o'clock, which means I'm not going to be finishing up till, you know, probably 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And usually by that time, everybody else is sleeping and I'm too tired to go live. So the live videos, I'm just going to wing it for now. And that's about it. So you going to game? I don't know. I might. Let's think about maybe jumping on the Facebook page, do some farming sim. Hope you can upload it okay. Yeah, that's going to be a key. That's the other thing I'm going to do while I'm here at the Loves is I'm going to get their Wi-Fi for the month and see if that helps out. But I also have that other way through getting it off the computer and onto the iPad and then upload it from the iPad. So I've got that way I can do it too. So hopefully it works. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's all I got for now. I'll see you guys soon. How do you end this? Operations is locked. Oh, it's not going to let me do this.